So how can you become more innovative and agile when the world is changing so fast?
He came to this conference and really he wowed us. I remember when this section on engagement was over, I went and sat down by one of the founders of the company and he said, in 40 years of this conference, that half day was the most powerful we've ever had.
Doria Camarasa has 3,000 employees at the American Express call center in Southern Florida. Now, once a month, Doria does this meeting that she calls Tribute, where she expresses public gratitude to employees who have lived the Blue Box values. First guy, Mike. He had a customer call in, landed in a new city, didn't have his card with him. Mike spends an hour on the phone finding a hotel that would allow this customer to check in without a card. Doria says that's living our value of customer commitment. Everybody claps, Mike has a chance to respond, thanks his team. There's tears, laughter. The whole meeting takes 20 minutes, and the energy is through the roof. Nicole Malachowski, who's one of the Thunderbirds demonstration squadron pilots, she says normally a pilot would take control of the stick when things get bumpy. She says, but when we're in formation together, we actually loosen our grip, just 2 fingers on the stick. She says it's counterintuitive, but if we don't, we go into what's called a pilot-induced oscillation and we start to bounce even more. And so we just ride with it. As leaders, we want to take over then. We want to fix all the problems. We want to address everything, micromanage. And she says it's the worst thing you can do. At those times, you trust your people.
He was just absolutely brilliant, captivating, really command a presence, really connected with the audience. His examples were so funny, and so people really resonated with it.
And what we found over the last year, especially, is an increase in anxiety levels unlike anything we've ever seen before. I'm sure you'd agree. So how do you overcome this in your culture? What's the solution? What you do at this point is not go to them and say, hey, I've been watching, you got anxiety. I know it. You check all the boxes. No. What you say is, I noticed. Like, I noticed you usually first offer up ideas in meetings, but you've been kind of quiet lately. Is everything okay?
Announcing Adrian Gostick, best-selling leadership author and organizational culture expert, and author of the #1 New York Times, USA Today, and Wall Street Journal bestsellers, All In, The Carrot Principle, Leading with Gratitude, and Anxiety at Work. He writes weekly on leadership for Forbes. He was ranked as a top 10 global guru in leadership and #3 in the world in organizational culture.
How do some leaders get their teams engaged, and where are some leaders maybe missing the mark? Well, this is what we found. People in high-performance cultures are not only engaged, but they're also enabled and energized. Let me explain these terms. Enabled means that I feel supported. It's bigger than empowered. Now, if I'm engaged but not enabled as one of your staff members, it's a little like a hamster spinning on a wheel. I got nowhere to go. The other idea is energized. Energy levels have just ebbed. In the best organization, there's a great sense of drive. Friends, how many people have had a lousy boss in your career? He or she's not here with us today, right?
Absolutely correct.
Okay,
They're
good,
not
good.
here.
All right. All right, so Lisa, so tell us what this person was like. How did they treat you?
It's really bad.
Yeah.
Demeaning you,
Oh my
talking
gosh.
down to you, just like crap.
Wow. Did you trust this manager?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. You need a carrot. Let's give her a round of applause. Okay, now let's do the positive here. Who's had a great boss?
Positive and reinforcing
Oh, that's
and
awesome.
everything, yes.
If this great boss asked you to take on an extra assignment or take on an extra shift, would you have done it for him?
Definitely.
Definitely. As you're driving into your office, Max, every day, do you just sort of throw your fist in the air and say, yes, I get to go to work today? Do you do that? Some. Okay. Integrity is one of your core values. Nicely done. As a leader, how do you get your people all in? How do you attract and retain great talent, convince them to give extra effort, offer up new ideas, all amidst constant change? These are the challenges we all face as leaders. This is my life's work, to build winning cultures, and it's a great job.